What's up everybody, it's Paul from Boosted Films, and in this video I'm going to install this direct fit dash cam from Fitcam X into this 2025 Toyota Camry LE. So let's jump into it. As we unbox this direct fit dash cam, I'm going to walk through a little bit about everything that this video is going to cover, just so you can hopefully find what you think will be most useful for you. Of course, right now we're going to unbox and show you everything that comes with this direct fit dash cam. Then I'm going to walk through the detailed install of this product. And finally, I'm going to show you some sample footage from this dash cam so you can take a look and see exactly what it looks like. And also, if you want more information about the app for this camera and connecting everything like that, I'm going to put a link in the video description as well, so you could just watch that other video about connecting the app and everything that's inside the app for this. Now that everything's unboxed, here's what we have. Of course, we have this direct fit mounting piece that has the camera inside of it. It comes with an SD card as well. And then we also have what I consider kind of the most important part, this Y cable, or this jumper cable, as I like to call it. They actually send you two with this kit because there are kind of two different plug-in options you could potentially have apparently with this kit that they sell. So to start the install process, we're going to go inside the car. I'm just going to give you a look at what this OEM piece looks like so you can see exactly what it looks like in this particular Camry that we're going to remove. Of course, what's nice about this new one we're going to put in is most people are not going to even be able to tell your dash cam is there. It's going to look just like an OEM piece. First thing I'm going to do is take my rearview mirror, bend it down just so it's out of the way, give us more room. Then this center portion of the plastic here is what needs to come out. It does kind of just drop down. So this trim piece removal tool that came with the kit, you can utilize that, put it in towards the top where I did there, give it a little twist, and then that piece should pop down. Next, the main plastic portion of this does just kind of slide down towards the bottom of the windshield. You will have to give it some force, but of course you will hear it as it kind of pushes out of the clips that hold it in place. Again, pushing down towards the bottom of the windshield. Noting that our OEM piece has these red clips inside, we're going to come back to that in just a second. Now, this cable that I mentioned, or these two that are provided here, of course, we need to determine which one's going to work best for us, which one we need. Apparently, this one here would be similar to where I'm holding it. That's kind of where that plug-in would be from what I understood, if you had that style. But for us in this car, you can see on this other side here, on the right side of the screen, we have this plug-in that we just need to squeeze the middle portion and then pull out this plug. And this is going to provide power for our dash cam, so you don't have to do any other wiring, hardwire, or anything like that. So once we do pull this one out, we're going to take the matching cable here and plug that in. Should just be able to line it up and then push it in. Here it snap in place. Take the other end of that cable, and then we're just going to, of course, push that back in where that original cable was removed. Again, of course, just making sure you line it up, have it lined up the right way, and then just give it a push in, and you should hear it snap in place. Now, those little red clips I mentioned just a second ago, those are going to come back into play now, because as we look at this piece that came from Fitcam X, it doesn't actually come with those clips to kind of hold it in place tightly. You can see where it's missing here. So what we're going to do is remove them from our OEM piece here. There are two of them. I'm only going to show you removing one. Obviously, it's the same process. What I kind of ended up doing was actually using this tool that they provided, and I would kind of bend the top portion upward and then use my finger to just hold it up. So I'd hold up that top portion of the clip with my finger and then use the tool again to get to the bottom portion to pry that bottom portion out. You're just trying to expand these pieces enough so that they will then pull off. And then when it comes to putting them on this Fitcam X piece, it's really just as simple as sliding it in place. It should just push on and then kind of snap in place. So of course, do that on both sides and get both of those clips transferred over. So this isn't the easiest, but it's really not that hard, but I'm showing you, a couple attempts here at me trying to get this lined up and in place. You really want to watch for these side pieces where these parts slide in. Of course, remove that protective cover on, the camera before you go and slide it in as well. Could do it later if you wanted, but probably good to get it out of the way now. But we're going to watch kind of where these slide in place, where those red clips slide in, and then there's a portion even a little bit further down in this plastic piece that we just need to watch for. Mainly what I did end up doing here is I kind of lined it up as close as I could with those, and then I pushed it upward, pushed it towards the windshield, and then slid it back up. So a little bit easier said than done. It might take a couple tries, but you should be able to get it. Now that it's up in place, we can power or add power to the camera by plugging in this other connector here. There is a protruding part on this connector to line it up. Obviously it's a round connection here, but you should line up that protruding point with the other portion that bumps out, and you should be able to just line it up and plug it in. After that, we just kind of want to tuck these wires up in place. There should be some room in here where you can just tuck them upwards so they'll be kind of out of the way. And then we're going to put this other piece of this in place, the smaller section that kind of goes around the rear view mirror. And this, you can see there's, again, protruding parts here where it's going to slide in place. There are two spots where they would slide into, so you should line those up and then just push it up and it should snap in place. If those wires are sticking out a little bit more than you like, you can play with those a little bit more as well, just to get them a little more hidden. Now we can move our rear view mirror back in place, and we should be pretty much all set. You'll of course need to connect the app. As I mentioned more towards the beginning of this video, I have a link in the video description if you want to see directly more information about connecting the app. But also, in some sense, you don't necessarily need the app for this to work. Everything should be recorded on that SD card, so you can just access your files from that SD card. But you would want to utilize the app to potentially change any settings within the Dashcam itself. And you can also use that app to download video files as well if you don't want to pop out that SD card. There you have it. That's how I installed this direct fit dash cam on this Toyota Camry. Of course, I'm going to leave you with some sample footage here as well. This is a 4K resolution camera, but I have scaled the video footage down to 1080p because that is what I export my videos as. So just be aware of that. There is also an optional rear camera you could add as well. I do have a couple of videos of installing rear dash cams with these Fitcam front cameras as well. So I'll put those in the video description as well if you want to see a bit more information about installing those. So if you really do want a front and a rear camera, that is an option you can get with this package as well. So I'll just try to leave you again with some different varying shots, different speeds, different weather, so you can kind of really see what this video quality is like. But at the end of the day, I'm just a guy on YouTube that likes to document what he does. So if you think I did anything wrong or could have did something better, go ahead and leave a comment section down below. Let me know. Also, if you have maybe a little different year or a little different model Camry and this exact process worked the same for you, that could also be helpful to other people watching this video trying to determine whether or not they can use this kit for their car. So if you want to comment about your specific Toyota Camry, that might be useful as well. But as always, this is Paul from Boosted Films saying thanks so much for watching. I just want to say that domestic violence is never okay. If you or someone you know is experiencing issues with a partner and doesn't feel safe, please visit the website thehotline.org or call 1-800-799-SAFE.